For those of you who think that you're ready to see my eyebrows in their natural state, I don't think you are. But we've come this far. You know, we're kind of close by now, I think. So maybe you can handle it. I told you you weren't ready. This is what it really is. So for all of you who criticize my brows for looking unnatural or too filled in, this is why. This is what I have to work with. It's pretty easy to do when you have dark hair, to just fill them in where they already are. It's not so easy when you don't really have hair. I mean, it's there, but when you can't see any of it. But yeah, it's a hard life. Looking like a alien. Baby, I was born this way, but hopefully you can still love me for me. Alright, I don't want to scare you guys too long. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm taking Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in chocolate because it is the most amazing thing ever created for the brow. And I'm taking a small thin angle brush because we want as sharp of a line as we possibly can for this style. I draw my first line right under my invisible eyebrow hair, and then I extend the tail up past my natural brow bone. Then I draw my second line above my eyebrow and I join it at the tail end of the first line. After that, I start to fill in my brow, beginning at the arch and working my way towards the front of the brow. That way we've lost a lot of product on the brush by the time we reach the front of it. This is how we're going to get the fade effect. Another important way to achieve that fade is to use less pressure as you work towards the front of the brow. So by the time I get to the very front, I'm pressing very, very, very lightly. Then I'm taking a brush that looks kind of like this, but you can use whatever brush works for you, a concealer brush. And hold on a second, I want to talk about this. Do you see that green glitter speck right there? Okay, a year ago almost, I opened a pot of green Krylon glitter upside down, and it went all over my room, and I cleaned it up. A year ago, I'm still finding green glitter everywhere. Exhibit A, my hair, a year later. Good lord, like why? I'm telling you, man, the herpes of makeup. Anyway, back to the tutorial. Using my pointed concealer brush, I am going under and over the brow that I drew, and this is to clean up the brow. I'm sure you guys have seen this many, many times. It's nothing new. I learned this at MAC when I first started working there years ago, but my only note here is to remember that it is for cleaning up the brow, not for highlighting it. So please choose a concealer shade that matches your skin and is not 3 shades lighter than your skin. Also make sure you blend that line out because otherwise it looks a little strange. So that's one way that I do my brows, and it's probably a more trendy way to do them, which means that in 10 years I'm going to look back at pictures of myself and laugh. Another way to do it is to leave the front of the brow look more natural and look like it's got, you know, hairs. And since I don't have any of those that are visible, I have to fake my own, so I will show you how to do that if you are in a similar situation like me. I start this brow the same way as the last. I draw the bottom and top lines, but then before I fill it in, I actually go to the front of the brow and I use my brush to pull lines straight up and simulate brow hairs. If you have naturally dark brows, you don't need to do this step. I would just take some clear brow gel and a spoolie and clean them up. But if your eyebrow struggle is real like mine, then proceed with drawing your fake brow hairs and then carefully blend that into the rest of your brow. Following this, I take a Morphe M216 brush. It's a small angle brush, but it's got really stiff bristles, and it's great for moving product around when you have too much of it in one spot. And those are the 2 different ways that I do my eyebrows. The one way that we may all regret someday, and the other way that is me just trying to pretend that I'm a normal girl. I know this eyebrow style isn't for everyone, but I hope that if you did want to learn how I do mine, that you enjoyed it, and if you like my videos in general, please subscribe. Until next time, lovers. Let's do some brows. Let's browse the internet. Get it? Browse the internet? You get it? Oh gosh, okay.